Thursday. I'm so glad that you're here. My name is Suzanne Castle, and I'm the founder and creator of the Sparkle Factor and the Brilliant Teams model. And today, oh my gosh, I want to give all the time in the world because she's got so much to offer, is the amazing money coach with Beyond Money, Kate Grayson. Holy moly, let me tell you a little bit about her before she jumps in and just wows us with her content. I cannot wait for you guys to hear more. So here's the deal. What is amazing about Kate, at least from my perspective, is she's not a money coach that's older, that's seen a whole lot of ups and downs as far as her age goes, because in her late 20s, after kind of having a life-changing diagnosis of chronic Lyme disease, I can't even imagine, she realized at that point she was going to have to leave her career. She had to make a change. She had to do something different. And it really plunged her, as it would anybody, into this deep distress and anxiety about money because, let's face it, when suddenly you're faced with chronic illness and healthcare bills and you're unemployed and now you're a full-time patient and with Lyme disease, you're just feeling very debilitating. So she watched her career kind of go boom. She watched her bank account go boom. And she had to make a change in her priorities, in her values, and in her purpose. And through that, she experienced firsthand what it's like to have extreme financial anxiety that literally eats away at you. Not just can you go to McDonald's or not, but really your well-being, how you are internally. And she began to also notice how other loved ones in her circle were plagued by this financial stress, by uncertainty. And there wasn't really anybody serving that population as far as guidance and everyday management, tools to succeed. And so she started off by teaching herself specific strategies that are around value-based budgeting, which is just amazing. And she's young and she's dynamic. And so Beyond Money was born from her desire to share that knowledge, to share her journey with this kind of extraordinary courage that she's taking on the money coach marketplace. And I am so excited to welcome you, Kate. I will finally zip it and let you say hi. Hi.
Hi, thank you so much for that really kind introduction. It is so great to be here with you and all of you, and so happy to chat money today.
Oh, I cannot wait because here we are. This is on January 7th. It is a new year. People have made their resolutions. They're hopefully thinking about money. We're not really sure what the market's doing. It's doing this. We're still recovering from COVID. And so I think it would be helpful to start off by just defining for us what you feel like money coaching is.
Thank you. That is such a great question because it's really a pretty new field. It's not something that's been around forever. We all know what financial advisors are. We all know the people who sell us, life insurance and products like that. But the sort of field of money coaching, which really dives into your actual day-to-day financial life, has been pretty forgotten. And that's why, like you said, I got into it because I needed somebody to help me figure out what I was spending, what I should be paying off, how to juggle all of this. And there really wasn't anybody to do that. So with money coaching, we fundamentally want to figure out where you're at right now financially, and not where you think you're at, but where you're actually at, because there's usually a wide gap between the two. And so figure out where you are and then where you want to go in the short and long term. And I like to take a lifestyle first approach with this. So we're not sitting down and saying, you need to have XYZ saved, because that's what I say. We're looking at what do you want in your life in the short and long term, and what will that require financially to support what you want in life. And then we develop a plan to get you from where you are to where you want to go. And it's as easy as that.
You just exude so much joy, and I have to tell you, when it comes to talking money, I always feel like it's like the Darth Vader theme playing in the background for me, right? It's really scary, and I think that the pandemic has definitely elevated anxiety around people's relationship to money and their finances. What are you seeing around in that? Like how has the pandemic affected people?
Definitely. That's an excellent question. I think that fundamentally it has just made everybody exponentially more aware of money. Whether you lost your job or had a loved one that lost their job, obviously that's one type of financial stress. But a lot of clients I work with have been fortunate enough to keep their jobs, and they realized within a few months of staying at home all day, like, oh my gosh, what was I spending all of my money on?
Yeah.
Why have I been in
Yes.
credit card debt this whole time? If like, I mean, was I really spending, X amount of dollars just at happy hour every month? Like,
Right.
and people are going through a really, really, really rude awakening about their finances, whether or not they've ended up fortunate or unfortunate through COVID. And I think that generally it takes some sort of life catalyst to encourage you to want to address your finances in this way, to want to work with a money coach. Because usually we just sort of keep finances like locked in a little box in the back of our head and we don't
Right.
address it unless we have to. So oftentimes people will come to me after, a career change or a divorce or their first child or something like that where your finances have to be addressed. But COVID has been that situation for the whole world. All of us now are forced to address our finances in a way that we were not 9 months ago.
Yes. It's interesting. I'm 50,
Mm-hmm.
and I remember staying with my grandmother in the summers, and I thought she was bonkers
Mm-hmm.
because there was 20 cans of tuna, and she
Yeah.
had milk jugs outside on the patio, and she was collecting rainwater, and she kind of just walked through the depression, and
Yeah.
for me, I never understood why that was important to her. But gosh, my grandkids are going to wonder why we wipe down grocery bags. It's
So,
just like everything is kind of upside down. And I think you're right when there is this catalyst. I love that word. There's catalyst meaning now I have to make a different decision. I have to push forward. And some of the things I teach is around, priority management and how
yeah.
you do that. And I think for a lot of people right now, money, our relationship to debt, our relationship to even how we want to live, like the flight out of the cities, to smaller towns, to a
Yeah.
slower lifestyle. It's all going to come, and I think we're going to have years of understanding what happened to us around money and relationship building in the world because of COVID. So I want you to, because you're brilliant at this and you just have this magic about being a money coach that I just really honestly haven't seen a lot of. And so, what if you were going to teach us one tip, trick, hack? Like, what's a goody gumdrop that you can drop in our laps today for everyone that's watching, that's catching this? What could we do today to improve our finances?
Yes. I want everybody watching this today to go open a high yield online savings account. And that is a savings account that it is at a separate bank from your normal bank. So if you used, Bank of America, Chase, whatever, you probably have your savings account with them. But with a high yield online savings account, it's with a different bank that gets you 1 to 2% interest as opposed to the 0.01% that your normal bank gives you. And we want to do this for two reasons. The first is the interest amount. If you have $10,000 saved at Chase, that'll get you less than $1 of interest a year.
Wow!
And
Ah!
I know, at an online account, it'll get you 100 times that. It'll get you $100. Interest rate goes up and down with the economy, but that's sort of the baseline. So that's number one. And number two is that we want our long-term savings, our emergency savings, our down payment savings, all of that to be in a bank that is separate from our normal bank. We don't want to be able to touch that money easily. We don't want to see it when we open our bank account app because that should be sacred, untouchable until you need it money. I think a lot of that is my number one tip to start the new year off right is save, save, save.
I would agree, man. This is just really incredible. And I know that you have a lot of information for people. I would recommend anybody watching this to get on a call with you. And I know if they go to your website, they can make that happen. And I'm going to drop the links below. So check the comments as you're watching this, and we'll direct you straight to Kate's website. But and she's happy to have just a basic conversation with you to help you uncover what's going on. I mean, she's really generous like that. But I also know that she has a wonderful giveaway, a wonderful freebie for you because you tuned in today. So Kate, do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, right on my homepage, there's a little PDF that you can download called 7 Tips to Boost Your Bank Account. And it will be a life-changing way to start the new year. I mean, obviously, custom one-on-one money coaching is great, but this is where everybody needs to start, is just implementing these small changes that will have massive effects if you stick to them. So you'll take a look.
Your heart is so generous, and
Oh.
I want to say thank you. And so everybody that's tuning in, again, check the comments, and we'll direct you to the website where you can book a call with her. You can check out the awesome tips and tricks from her, the 7 that are really going to kind of set you up. And I would say you can follow her on all the social media channels, and we'll be sure and click you in there. Okay, I'm going to sign off. Kate, thank you so much. If you're watching, be sure and check out Kate, and check out the Thought Leader Thursday show. It drops about twice a month, and we will check you out next time. Thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day.